What's a makeup look without great brows? Hey kitties, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, lifestyle, very heavy on the beauty. So if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe now because we have to get into these eyebrows. We're featuring the new Maybelline Build a Brow, and although you haven't watched the video yet, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to put it in the cart. Add it to cart immediately. Okay, I'm going to show you how I got this shape, how I clean my brows, how I feel them, as well as how I shape them. So if you are interested in that, continue to watch. Hey kitty, welcome to Eyebrow 101. I don't think I have any eyebrow tutorials on my channel, so this is the perfect timing and we're getting right into it. I'm just brushing through my eyebrows just to get a feel of the shape. I typically just sort of clean them up a bit. I've never had my eyebrows waxed. I always do them at home with my eyebrow archer, you know, that you can get from the beauty supply store. But I found these on Amazon, a pack of 21 for very little. So I'm going to link it below, girl, and get it, please. Okay, so this is how the shaper looks. Okay, so it's really easy to glide across the brows. Okay, so I'm basically just softening up the hair in my eyebrows with just water. I like to do it while it's damp. It seems pretty, you know, a lot easier to glide across when the hairs are a little damp. So I always do that. I'm just rubbing it through, making sure nothing is in my eyebrows, which it really isn't. I just want the hairs to be as soft as they can prior to me shaping them. All right, so let's just kind of brush through the brows to get a shape or get a feel of where we're going to go ahead and trim. So I'm putting some moisturizer again to make it a little softer so the blade glides across really easily. So when I do my eyebrows, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm literally just going to shape them, brush them upward. That way we can see where it needs to be shaped. And we're going to hold our skin really taut and just glide towards the tail of the brow. I never go in the other direction because it just seems better to go in this direction. It is more forgivable. I'm not going to make any mistakes on where I want my arch if I start right before the arch, if you know what I mean. So I'm just sliding through and getting rid of those hairs, and you can see there's my arch. I just clean it up and I'll just brush these hairs down at the top so we can just shape the top of it. We're not cutting it. I'm not changing the shape really of my brows. I'm just cleaning it up. Now, as you can see where my arch is, I have like a little bit of a gap there. For some reason, the hair is missing, and that's where we're going to build the brow with the Maybelline pen, and I just can't wait for you to see the magic of that. But right now, let's just shape it. We're doing our eyebrows at home, girl, because if I can do it myself, I'm going to do it myself. I've never had a wax ever on my eyebrows. I always shape them at home with this very same razor. So I'm just going to continue to glide down, like from the middle of my forehead down to the eyebrow. So if there's any hairs, like my hairline is pretty low, or you know how you have those like peach fuzz hairs that are just kind of like all over your face, it makes the shape of the eyebrow more vivid because the area surrounding it is very clean and it just looks brightened, and the arch is just more apparent when it's cleaned off like that, as you can see the difference between the two brows now. Okay, now what I'm doing in this clip here, you know how you have those longer brow hairs and they're just kind of straggling over the actual outline of the brow? I'm just clipping those ends. Typically you use the eyebrow scissors, but I find it easier just to get along the edges of the eyebrow and just shave those little pieces away. Okay, so you just have to be really careful not to disturb the actual shape of your brow. You're just trying to get those stragglers off and make it look a little bit more clean. Okay, so I feel satisfied with that. It's just enough, and we're just going to move on to the next eye. Of course, you brush those hairs up so you can see where you need to shape. And of course, grab your skin taut. That way the blade glides across the eyebrow much easier. Okay, and I always go from right before the arch and then back towards the tail of the brow when I'm doing the shaping with this blade. I never go in the other direction. See, I'm able to get pretty close with this blade, very precise. I'm just so much more comfortable doing my own brows than letting anyone else do it. I've never even given another person a chance to do my eyebrows, girl, because if someone messes up your eyebrows, it's over. Any look is over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Okay, so the shape is looking really good. It just lifted my eye area. It's going to make my makeup look even better because it's cleaner. It looks more precise around the eyebrows, but natural. And I love that. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing that I did on the other eye, where I just grabbed the skin taut and then shave down towards the edges of the brow just to clean the surrounding areas and make the arch and the shape of my eyebrow more apparent by getting rid of those little straggler or peach fuzz hairs, because I have a very low hairline, like I told you before. So I do have a lot of hair that kind of almost connects to my eyebrow. So I have to just clean the area to make it look, you know, better and more polished. All right, so here I am. I'm going to go ahead and attack those little stragglers that are a little bit longer than or goes past like the edge of the brow. You just want to clean those up. All right, so let's just clean the brows off before we fill them in, because I did apply that moisturizer cream to just soften it. So this is the Maybelline Build a Brow. The shade that I'm using is black brown. It's the darkest shade. I think they have a few different ones, but this is the darkest one. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in. I'm just lining up where the start should be and where the tail of the brow should be. And as you can see, I'm starting right where the arch is, and I'm just doing flicking motions to mimic hair-like strokes or make it the feel of it more natural. So that way it blends in with my natural hairs and you can't really see it much. But we're just drawing a line, like short strokes, until we draw a line under the edge of that brow, and it cleans it up even more. I was so impressed with this pen. It works. It's, for me, it seems pretty easily and beginner friendly. And if you have very light hairs where you can barely see your eyebrow hairs, this product is even better for someone like you, because when it dries down, it doesn't look shiny. It doesn't look like fake brows. It's a perfect product. Typically I use brow pencils because that's just easier and it is quicker. But this, when you want your eyebrows to look precise and very neat, this is a great option. I really love this product. Okay, and while you watch me just filling these brows, let me just read some of the benefits that Maybelline has on their website about this product. And it does say that it is a easy eyebrow shaper that builds real looking fuller brows up to 24 hours wear. I don't know about the 24 hours, girl. Like, who really, you know? But anyway, it builds a fuller brow with 2 easy steps. The ultra precision pen creates hair-like strokes, and the clear sealing gel locks the brows in place with a non-crunchy finish. It is sweat resistant, smudge resistant, and humidity proof. And I can vouch for all of that except for 24 hours because I, of course, wash my face. I've never had it on for 24 hours, but it lasts all day and it's a flexible hold, which I absolutely love. Okay, so on the other eye, you see I'm just doing flicking motions really lightly and softly and just making short strokes. I'm not going to draw one long continuous line because that's not natural. We're just going to do it in like flicking motions to add and gradually build the hair-like strokes in the brow. And that's what makes it even more natural. The other product is good, but the technique does matter. So doing those short strokes really help you build that brow little by little. And look at that arch, girl. I've completed that. I don't know why I don't have hair there, but I always have to connect that portion to round out the arch of my eyebrow. So it looks so cute and so perfect. I love good brows. Don't you just love good brows? So you just have to sit back a bit and just assess the brows. Both of my brows are never completely the same to me because they have a slightly different shape, which I mean I'm fine with for the most part. They are extremely similar and I'm satisfied with this, you know, this shape that they both have. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just seal it now. Yeah, so that's how small and teeny the brush is. It's perfect to brush in the gel. The gel is very thin. It's not goopy. It's not extra like wet, and your brows won't look shiny, which I really don't like shiny brows. If it has like a natural sheen just because of the hairs, that's fine, but I don't like them to look shiny and too wet looking. Okay, so I'm just brushing through the gel. It dries fairly quickly and it seals it in place. And I'm talking all day. As long as I had it, I think I've had it on for like, I don't know, like maybe 14 hours yesterday when I was wearing it. So that's for me good enough because I typically don't have my makeup on that long. So what do you guys think about the brows? Like, how are they looking to you? I want to hear in the comments what you think. But the outcome before we even, because I'm going to show you how I do the concealer trick when I'm going to do my makeup, so you can see what that looks like with these brows. But these are perfect. I don't really have to do the concealer thing, but when I do my makeup, it's always a step that I take. So I just want to show you how I also do that if you're going to be just wearing makeup or you want to, you know, clean it up even further. This is what I do. I grab a flat brush that is pretty thin and a little stiff to go ahead and outline the brows with the concealer. And the concealer shade is always maybe 2 shades lighter at the bottom. Now, when it comes to the top of the brow, I'm going to do a foundation, my foundation color at the top, just to make it easier to blend it, because you don't want too much of a contrast, because you're going to have like that highlighted look around your brows. And I don't really know anybody that wants that. Okay, I definitely don't. So you have to be careful with how light the concealer is. And even if it is light, you have to do a really good job blending it out, okay? So I'm just going to use, after I place the concealer with this brush, I will get a more fluffy brush to blend it out, which you guys will see. But the brows are just looking so good. All right, so this is the blending brush that I have. And we're just going to tap, tap, tap until we buff out a lot of the concealer and make it as soft as we possibly can. Okay, so in the clip that you saw in the before and that you're going to see at the end is me with my makeup already done. So you see it fully in a look when it comes to the makeup. Okay, and what I'm using here, I believe it's the Fenty Ease Blurring Stick, which I love. I'm in the shade 21. And I'm going to just use that on the top of my brow because it's closer. It's my actual shade. Okay, so the brush still has some concealer left over in it, but I also added the foundation stick for the top of the brow just to carve that out. And then of course we're going to use that fluffy brush after I place that concealer there just to blend it out even more. And of course you'll see me with a full face of makeup after this, but it blended seamlessly into the look. But the brows came out so good. These brows are standing on business, girl, every single time. Every time. All right, so let's see this look put together. Okay, kiddies, hopefully you enjoyed that tutorial and you found it easy to follow along with. But just to reiterate how much I love these brows, I love these brows. I mean, look at them. They're not crunchy. That seal does not make it crispy or crunchy. There's no flakes. It just looks soft, beautiful, and so natural. Maybelline is probably one of my favorite drugstore. Maybelline as well as e.l.f. But Maybelline, I absolutely love their products. They're a really great drugstore brand and they're pretty solid and they deliver time after time after time. So if you are looking for a new brow product, the Build-A-Brow is something that you should definitely go ahead and add to cart. It's a little bit more expensive than I normally pay for a brow product, but it's absolutely worth it. The precision, the way you can build a brow, like if you have very thin brows and you want to just draw hair-like strokes, this is the perfect product because the pen is so fine. You can draw fine strokes of hair without it spewing out too much product. You know what I mean? You're able to finely, it's just chef's kiss, and you absolutely need it because without good brows, what is a look? What's a makeup look without great brows? Even if you're not wearing any makeup, when your brows are done and a little lip gloss, like that's all you really need. So this is a vital step in any sort of a makeup routine, you know, just get ready routine. You should definitely have some good brows, girl. That's a frame to your face. So this is a product that I absolutely recommend, and I really hope my tutorial helped you figure out your brows. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. Definitely give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section, and see you in another video. Bye.